Good morning, Taylor. This is Kathy with Premier, and how are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Kathy. I am great. Weather is good. Sun is shining. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good too. I love the sun shining. I love it.
I know.
So I'm glad you were able to help me with this morning, like a little onboarding for agents. I get calls every day asking, hey, I just got my Assurity number. What do I do? Where do I go? Can you help me with that today and help me walk through some questions that some of the agents are bringing up?
Yes, I would absolutely love to. And the first thing I will say with contracting, how we do it at Assurity here is once that you submit your contracting paperwork through Premier, we receive it here at Assurity. It goes into a just-in-time process. And what I mean by that is once you give us a few days, we'll be able to get you an agent ID number. You'll be able to log into kind of the screen that you see here, which is our online portal. It's called AssureLink, and we can send you that website as well. And you're not fully contracted until we receive the first piece of business.
Wonderful.
So I will mention that and kind of want to hone in on that as well.
So their first piece of business could take a little bit longer than normal just because you're looking for backgrounds. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. And when they get to your web page, they're going to be doing a login. So they'll have to set up their own login information using their agent number and go in that direction, correct? Okay.
Exactly. So you'll use that. You'll create your own username, create your own password, and that is all going to be associated with the email address that you have on your contracting paperwork. So make sure that you remember what email address you used. That's how you're going to be able to get in and get logged in and register on this website here.
Wonderful. Awesome. So what are some of the things agents call in about a lot, now that I'm appointed, now that I'm logged in, let's kind of go over your webpage a little bit and kind of hit some of the highlights. And I think the first place to start would be the product center and hitting on a couple products. I know term's a big one for us. Can we start there?
Absolutely, yes. So once you get logged in, register, have a username, you will see these 4 triangles here. That'll be that first page that you see initially when you get logged in. And where we're going to start here is in the product center. It's going to be that green triangle. And as you can see kind of towards the top here, this is all of the products that we offer here at Assurity. Now for time purposes, I'm not going to be able to run through all of them, but I do want to highlight a couple of them like Kathy had mentioned. We'll start with term here. And then once you click on one of those products, you'll kind of see down below all of the term products that we offer. So we have a non-med 350, which I'll start with. And as you can see here, this is just kind of the highlights of the product that we offer. So very, very broad. We range from $50,000 all the way to $350,000 for this product. And it is still a fully underwritten term, but we're going to be able to do that on a non-medical basis. What I mean by that is no paramed, no blood, no urine. So they can get up to, $350,000 without even getting poked by a needle. And the term ranges from, 10 years all the way up to 30 years, depending on age as well.
And this was brought up to me. A lot of agents have been asking the guaranteed to age 95, so it's annual renewable after that time frame.
Yes, and this term is also convertible at any time.
Wonderful.
And then we also have living benefit riders that we can add to that. A couple of very popular ones that we see a lot of is the monthly disability income rider, and that is a standard 90-day elimination period, 2-year benefit period, and a max of $3,000. And then we also see a critical illness rider that pays on a 3-category approach. So if you're diagnosed with, let's say, cancer, heart attack, stroke, anything like that, we'll be able to pay you out a lump sum benefit for that.
Wow, and that's nice because it doesn't accelerate the death benefit. It's extra, correct?
That is correct. It is a separate pool of money, so it will never take away from that death benefit.
Nice, nice. And over on the side, you have all of your product guides, your financial underwriting guide, state specific for your riders, the rates, rider rate sample policy, which is really helpful because agents do call in quite a bit and ask, where can I get this information at? So you have it right there that they can click onto and get more information.
Absolutely, and you can click on it, you can print it off, you can send it to yourself via email. You have a variety of options.
Nice, nice. Now over on the left side you have the overview, product specifications, and then you state guides and compliance. Can you click down and do your the quick quotes a little bit there?
Yes.
And what's that go to? Okay.
So with this, you're probably wondering, how do I illustrate these products? So we have a couple different ways that you can do that. And one of the easiest is if you come into any of these products and you go on the left side here under Quick Quotes and Illustrations tab, you will see the online access to our Assurity Life portraits. And if you see right down below that, you can actually download it to your desktop. So in case you're going somewhere, meeting with clients, maybe there's no access to Wi-Fi, what have you, this you can always go in and run any of our products, even when you're offline.
That's
so all
nice.
you'll need
That's
to
how I do it.
Yes. So all you need to do is press on that and follow the prompt screen and all of the steps to that, and you'll very, very easily and quickly be able to get that downloaded to your desktop and use it at any time.
Okay. And then you have the Assurity Quick Quote online calculator. Can you click on that for a little bit?
Yes.
And show agents how easy that is.
Absolutely. And so this is basic demographic information. You click whichever level term that you would like. Then you pick the state that they're in, and if you would like, you can put in their name, and then I'm just going to choose Arizona here for time purposes. And then you choose the gender, whether they're male, female, age, put in their height and weight. Let's just say there we go.
So you use inches? Or
yes,
how's your height and weight?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
And then tobacco, non-tobacco, and the range from 50,000 to 350,000.
Okay.
And then you will click on here, the right side, the run quote, and then you will see you get all of your pricing information over here.
Nice.
Very quick, very easy.
Looks like it. Very helpful. Okay.
And then if you do want, applications or any other forms, you can also go to the tab over here on the left side, Applications and Forms. And you can start an e-application here. But one place I will mention that is very easy to get applications and forms is in the right-hand corner up here under Quick Links. And that'll also be under the individual apps and forms.
Wonderful. So if an agent, this is something the client, he's showing a client, they can go ahead and start the e-app process right there and do an online application right through your web page.
Absolutely, yes.
Wonderful.
And you can also find the e-apps in the quick links as well. So there's just a couple different ways that you can get there.
That is wonderful. And that's for all your products, isn't that correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Okay.
And then just kind of hone in on here, we do have a fully underwritten term as well that has a little bit higher face amounts. So this is for anything above $350,000. As you'll notice, the non-med term 350 is anything below $350,000.
And you're very competitive in this area. I run a lot of $500,000 cases, and you're very competitive in this area, which is nice.
Absolutely, yes. And then I will mention too, kind of one of our sweet spots here is for the older ages. Anybody 66 to 74, we can go all the way down to 100,000.
Great.
Which is pretty rare to see.
Can you click on your marketing materials there for a second?
Absolutely. So if we're going into term, same thing just like in the product center as well. You're going to have all of your products listed here on the top. And then you just click on whichever product that you're focusing on. And then you'll see here we have shared items for both of the non-med term and the term 350 plus. You can come in here and you can click on any of these. You can print them off. You can save them to your desktop, send them to yourself, what have you. And then if you click on either of the products, these are just the specific marketing materials that we have, whether it be a consumer brochure or it be agent-specific brochures. We have both of them in here. We also
Which is
have
nice
case
because
studies.
then, I'm sorry, which is nice because then you can see your client brochure right there. So a lot of agents ask me for that. How do I get a client brochure for my client I'm talking to today? Wonderful.
Exactly. And if you're meeting with a client, you can just come into the marketing and training, pull it up right there when you're meeting with them. And we do also have a variety of case studies that are in here as well if you find those beneficial to use.
Okay. And do you also have marketing pieces that they can use for like letters and things to send out to clients?
We do, yes. And those will be on the side here. Let's see. And lead letters here for consumers. So you can send this letter out if you're meeting with clients or you have a book of business that you want to send to.
Okay. So everything you ever needed to help you to build your business with Assurity is right there. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. Can we jump into AxiFlex? That's a pretty good hot product we do a lot with too.
Absolutely, yes. And with AxiFlex, this ranges from $50,000 all the way up to $250,000, $250,000. Age ranges are ages 18 through 60. And this product I love because it is very inexpensive, and we also have 3 riders that we can add on to the policy. So we have waiver of premium. We also have return of premium, because one of the objections that we always hear is, okay, I have this policy, now what happens if at age 75, because this is guaranteed renewable to age 75, if I don't, get injured due to an accident or I don't die due to an accident? Well, you tack on return of premium, and kind of how I like to explain it is protection when you need it, cash back when you don't.
Nice.
So you'll be able to get all of the premiums that you've paid in if at age 75 you haven't utilized this product.
Can you click onto your little your accident happens brochure there for a second and enlarge that? Is that possible?
Yes. And let's see, is it this one? No.
I love this flyer, and that's why I wanted you to open it, because it shows so much information that if the clients, can see it right, or the agents can see this, showing it to their clients, truly how it can actually benefit anybody from any ages.
Absolutely. And these are real life claims through Assurity that people have had because they've utilized their AxiFlex policy or their accidental death. And you can also tack on the last rider there is accident-only DI rider. And you can get up to $1,800 of monthly benefit.
That is very nice. And he shows the years, how long they have the policy. That's a huge power statement right there to show any client. This is, I think, one of the biggest pieces that you have out there that explains how it works. Show
you another one there. And all of these claims are very, very broad. I mean, we have all the way from, falling downstairs to even a traumatic injury we've paid claims out on.
Accidents do happen, and that's pretty scary, but they do. So I do love this plan. I do love this plan.
And accidents are the 5th leading cause of death in the U.S., so very important.
It's a good piece to add on to any policy you're selling for that age group we're working with.
Yeah.
And now another fun one. Go ahead.
I was going to say a lot, some categories that we've seen AxiFlex fit really well in is a great alternative for declines.
Yes.
You've probably had over your, declines that you've had with your clients, and now you're wondering, okay, what do I do now, or what can I offer to make sure that they have protection in place? Well, with AxiFlex, it is the closest product we have to a guaranteed issue product. We only ask one health question, and that is, has the proposed insured been diagnosed or treated with HIV or AIDS? So if your client can say no to that, guess what? They're going to get coverage. Very easy and very simple.
Wonderful. So whole life, that's one of my favorite products that you guys have out there because you have a couple different options for clients from 0 up to 80, is that correct? Or 85?
That is correct. On some of the products it goes to 80, on some of them it goes to 85, and I'm going to go back to this product center here and give you some highlights on each of these.
Okay.
Our flagship product is our participating whole life, and we can issue all the way down to an infant that is 15 days old, all the way up to age 85. And we can go down, depending on age, 10,000 and all the way up. So depending on what face amount you're looking for. And one thing I will mention on this product is, it is a fully underwritten product. However, for convenience factor, we do have non-medical features built into this. And it is going to be age specific, but for anybody ages 0 through age 60, anything under 150,000 we can do on a non-medical basis. So we're never going to ask them to get poked by a needle, do a urinalysis, do a paramed exam.
That's nice.
And then for the older ages, it's ages 61 to 85, anything below 75,000.
That's very nice. I like the participating factor, even for the older people that you just mentioned, because they buy a policy and it's always increasing every year with the dividends that brings into the policy. I do love that. So they're not just sitting on a death benefit and not gaining any cash value or yours policy does. It just increases for them, gives them a little bit extra of a benefit.
Yes, and with Assurity being a mutual company, yes, we do pay dividends, and we have about 126-year history of paying dividends as well. So every year that we've been here.
Nice. We do a lot of juvenile policies with you on this, which is I just want to make sure that everybody can understand why we do this is because you can go down to either a 10,000 or 15,000 policy at 15 days old.
Yes, and we do actually, about a third of our policies that are issued are on juveniles. So it's a great plan to have for parents or even grandparents for college planning. And we do also have a rider that's called a value enhancement rider. And basically what it is a paid up additions rider that's going to enhance the death benefit and the cash value growth. And if you start that when, maybe they're either 0 years old or even, a 5-year-old, you add that rider in there, then guess what? By the time they're 18, they're wanting to start college, you can use it for, room and board or maybe books, part of the tuition, what have you. It's a great plan to utilize for that.
I love it.
And then the next policy that I'm going to talk about is our simplified whole life. Now this product ranges from 6 months all the way to age 80. Primarily where we see this product utilized, even though we didn't create it that way, is kind of for the smaller face amounts or more of the final expense. We didn't create it that way just because we will issue this product all the way down to a 6-month-old. One nice feature I like.
A lot of people don't go down that low. A lot of carriers will stop at age 40, which is nice.
Exactly.
This is a good benefit.
Exactly. This being a simplified product, it is an accept reject. We do have only 10 short yes/no health questions on the application. And we do have 3 different levels that we can issue this at. So we have a level, we have a graded, and we have a modified. And we have 3 different levels, and those are all going to be based on the questions on the application. So the application process is divided into 3 different categories: Category A, Category B, and Category C. And Category A is the knockout questions. So if you have a client that is going to answer yes to any of those questions, then unfortunately we're not going to be able to offer any coverage. However, if you're meeting with a client and they answer no to Section A, those 6 questions, then let's say they might answer yes to a question in B or C, we're going to be able to get them some sort of coverage, which is nice.
So with your application here, I know it's a pretty simplified issue.
Mm-hmm.
Any telephone interviews have to be done?
And with this product, there will be a required telephone interview for anybody over the age of 60. And you can do, one thing I will mention is you can do a point of sale interview while you're still meeting with the client, which is nice. So then once that telephone interview is conducted, by the time it's done, you and your client will both know whether that applicant is going to be able to qualify for coverage or not before you even leave their house or their meeting.
That's very nice to know, to look at your client in the face and basically say, you're approved.
Absolutely, yes.
Wonderful.
And then, you know, we do have a couple different whole life products. We also have, you know, disability, as you can see up top. We have critical illness, and then we also have some annuities. If you would like more information on that, you know, what I would suggest is kind of go into these tabs, play with it a little bit, you know, maybe look through some of the guides, but you can also reach out to your team at Premier as well to get more information on those products if you would like.
Feel free to call us at 1-800-365-8208. Just ask for a life marketer. We're here to help you guys get started with your Assurity business. We're hoping that Taylor and I have helped you quite a bit today to understand the web page and how to go about looking at the product information here, how to go about writing quotes and finding marketing materials and pieces. But your websites are very, very easy to go for, Taylor. I really love it, so I'm glad you were able to help us out with this today.
Thank you, Kathy, and thank you everybody as well, and I look forward to working with you here in the year.
All right, thanks a lot. Take care.